There you go.
Well, howdy-o. Brett and Cindy's Wofford Homestead.
The day after Christmas.
So what does most people do the day after Christmas? I think a lot of people go shopping, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, is it day after Christmas sales?
No.
And returns the stuff they didn't particularly care for.
Yeah.
Or didn't fit. Not here at Wofford Homestead. Nope. That's not what we do. Now, if you wonder why I look so bright and shiny, it's because we got the window open, curtains pulled back where y'all can see.
Using some of that natural light.
Yes. It's the natural light making me
It ain't
so
sunny outside, but
beautimous.
it's not cloudy either. It's kind of in between. There's a little bit of glow.
We are drinking our hot cocoa. And, well, he actually is drinking hot cocoa with me this morning. We got a, what kind was it?
I got a French vanilla cocoa mix.
French vanilla
For
cocoa
Christmas.
mix in a stocking for Christmas, so he gave that a try. While we were drinking our cocoa, we've decided it's time to sort through all the seeds. Because all year long, we just throw seeds in a box, throw seeds in a box, throw seeds in the box. Hand me the box, baby. The little one.
Oh, you want the little box?
The little one. We've taken all the seed. This is what we're growing this year box. We tried to put everything we're going to grow in this box, not the big monster on the corner.
The first planting anyway.
Well, yeah.
We got stuff that goes to more than one garden.
Yeah.
So this is mainly what we always call garden number one.
Yeah. This is our primary spring planting. The first stuff. This is what we...
It's what we call the soup garden.
Yeah, we call it the soup garden. When we get our trays out, because, come the first week of January, we'll be getting some trays out and putting some dirt in some trays and getting some seeds planting to get our plants growing.
To clarify the soup garden idea, that's beans, potatoes, tomatoes, onion, pepper.
Pretty much. The go-to basics.
Corn, greens, tomatoes, potatoes, corn, onions, pepper, things you put in soup.
But as you can see, this bucket's empty. Because it's planting time. It's not planting time, it's planting time. Told Brett the other day, we got to get to planning what we're planting so we know what we're planting when we get done planting. And he looked at me so funny. I said, well, one's got an extra N and the other one's got a T.
We also had to look through it to see what we might be needing to order because we've had a special request this coming year. It's still this year. So next year we got a request.
Got a request?
Yeah, the hot peppers.
Yes, our son put in a request.
He wants to grow the really hot peppers and dry peppers and make powder. Hot pepper powder.
A friend of ours gave him a hot pepper powder. A little speck goes a long ways.
Yeah, you got to be very careful. You open the pack.
You breathe on it.
You don't breathe when you open the pack. I mean, it's fine powdered dust, but one little tiny pinch on whatever you're eating, it's hot enough. You go more than that, or there's gonna be a bathroom for it shortly afterwards.
But he gave Jesse some of it.
It's got
what he's ground.
It had scorpion peppers and
Ghost.
Carolina Reapers and ghost peppers and habaneros, and I think they threw some jalapenos in there for a little flavor. But
I was gonna say, I think it was like the top 3 or 4 hottest peppers.
everything he could find, the hottest.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's if you use it right.
Now, I told him, I don't care if he wants to grow them. I don't care if he's going to pick them. And I don't care if he's going to dehydrate and ground them. He just ain't going to do it in my house. Or anywhere in the air steaming in the windows of my house. Because I'm not smelling that stuff.
I might need goggles and a mask.
You're going to have the full hazmat.
We might have to go COVID dressing, huh?
You're going to have hazmat, suit, mask, goggles. Yeah, y'all going to have the whole kit and caboodle. And I told him he couldn't do it at our son's house because our son and daughter-in-law are going to be having a baby about middle of all the garden growing next summer.
Mm-hmm. Second grandchild.
And
coming soon.
they're not going to be grounding hot pepper where my great grandbaby's going to be. Nope. Whether he or she, we still got to wait to find out what that is, what the baby's going to be. But we're excited. About in the middle of July. Middle of July. So about in the middle of all the growing season.
We've got most
and
of
harvesting.
Looks like we got most of what we're going to plant. We're still in the planting stages, so what do you think? First of the year we do this is what we're going to plant video.
Yeah.
That gives us a few more days to get all this in line.
Right now it's
bag after bag after bag of pepper.
We are going through sorting. It's called sorting time.
It's like pumpkins, there's big pumpkins and there's little pumpkins, there's striped pumpkins and
mediocre pumpkins.
Sugar pumpkins
and then there's bush beans, stick beans, dragon tongue beans, wax beans, peas, buell corn, wild corn, purple corn, blue corn.
We've got a large amount of tomato seeds to plant. Mainly just a couple of each one of several of the little ones, but I always plant 4 to 5 rolls of my canyon tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
We've got we're still trying to figure out how many we're going to plant because we got to have pots to put these in. We're going to do container planting on the Praxis cherry that we planted that was really good.
But we're going to put them in the pots.
We're going to put garden peach back out somewhere for her.
I don't want to grow a lot of those, so they may get, because we're going to order some more of those big round tubs we had before, and they may have to go down into a tub, or we may just go, I don't know if we're going to do the little round tubs, or we may just go down to the dollar store and get some totes, but I don't want 5 or 6 rows, and there ain't no need in taking up a spot in the garden for these. So they're going to be put in the little totes because
the garden will be packed.
I see a sunlight.
I think the sun's about to stick its head out.
Sorry, rabbit trail.
I
just saw sun. I just saw some sun.
Been cloudy for days.
Of course, we got to find some more sorghum seed. But today is about sorting through what we got, what we need, and getting it ordered.
Figure out the variety that we want to use. Like this last season, some things did great, some things did good.
And some things we don't ever want to pick again.
Some things just wouldn't grow. You might have some items that went done really good or done really bad. If you want to leave that in the comment. For the most part, our stuff did good, but the rain got us on a lot of things because it rained really hard about May.
And then it stopped.
And it's completely shut down by June, and everything baked and cooked for about 6 or 8 weeks.
July and August, it was like
knocked dust off the car.
It's like somebody set the whole world on fire. It was hot, dry.
That was some of our problem.
Some things just couldn't grow because it was wet and perfect temperature, but wet and soggy when we was trying to plant. And then we finally get everything planted, and it's like, okay, you don't need no more water. And it went Sahara Desert dry.
Now, Miss Cindy's decided we're not planting any bush beans, so that's out. That's completely out.
Now, I told him, I was not picking bush beans. I'm doing everything that's waist high and up. I'm not bending over this year and picking up stuff off the ground. And I told him, if he wanted to, he could. I wasn't picking them, and I wasn't listening to him complain about his back and his legs and everything from him picking them. But so if he plants anything that has to be bent over a lot, told him I wasn't listening to him going, Man, my legs are killing me. I don't know what I did. I can tell you what you did. You stayed at your shoelaces too long.
We're going with stick beans this year, pole beans as they're supposed to be called.
He's built me a beautiful green bean, a trellis that they grow up, and you just go down through there like this right
If
here.
it fails, it has in the past, the weather has killed it. When you get extremely hot, the beans just won't make. We do have some bush beans in packs here that I can plant and save the bush crop, or the bean crop. I can save the bean crop with the bush beans, I guess you can say.
We're
I
going to
can
pray
water
over
them,
it.
and enough they will make up the difference.
We'll pray over it. But now I did tell him this. He said something about trying some green peas. And I told him, because that is a bush style plant. I told him, okay, I might help once on that. I'm not a big fan of green peas, but I do like them in soup. So
Yeah,
we might try a few of those.
I got some ideas, like I found some wheat seed.
Yes, that's a tempt. I'm tempted to try that.
We're thinking about making this a container out here and planting a little wheat in it. Because I ain't got time to keep the weeds out of it in our garden.
Oh,
Grass
Lord.
grows way too fast.
No.
But if I can get, we had 1 or 2 wheat plants to make it one year, come up out of the straw we had.
Yeah.
We had wheat straw in the garden, and it produced some wheat.
Yep.
So we pulled the wheat seed, and I thought, well, we'll try it. We never have. This year, maybe we're going to throw them in. Just for the fun of it. We're not trying to make anything to eat off of necessarily, but it'd be interesting to watch it grow again.
Well, the big thing right now, like I said, today
And show
we're just...
our grandchild, what wheat looks like. We can show our children what wheat looks like, because they've never grown any either. But
Our
A lot of
biggest
people
thing
don't
right
grow wheat.
now is we're just trying to talk through what worked in 2024 that we want to do. Because I got smart and started dating my seeds. I got to know, told Brett, I said, we never did date a lot of our seeds. So who knows how old some of these seeds are in this bucket. So that this year I tried, when I dried them out, that was my part of the garden, was to dry the seeds for him, label them, put them away. That was my job. And I did okay with it, I think.
some things I think was planted at the wrong time of the year too.
That's...
The red curry squash and the kabocha squash. We didn't get the seeds in middle of July.
The kabocha squash
And they burned up.
did not make it all. But
They
now
could
we
not
did.
handle the heat here.
We got a red curry, and so we saved the seeds from it, and we thought, well, we'll try to do better this. It was actually given to me by a friend of mine, and we just grew it to see what it was like. But
We
like I
got
said, it
one-
didn't make.
We got one red curry squash before the plant burned up. The kabocha squash, I think, made buds and made blooms, and
No,
I don't think it ever made a first piece of fruit.
No, we put them in too late, but we know.
We tried it anyway, and I was hoping to get something to make seed out of, because I think it helps to grow it here, make the seed, and plant that seed back.
Yeah.
It kind of gets used to the
What do they
surroundings.
call it? Acclimates to the ground.
Yeah.
The more you grow it, you save the seed, you grow it again, save the seed. The seed will adapt to the weather and the ground and the dirt and everything where it's growing. And eventually you get good seed that you can grow over and over.
Some people believe in it, some people don't. But
We're going to try.
I'm pretty sure
Our jalapenos,
It
we
makes a
did some of
difference.
that this year. A lot of the jalapenos we grew were our own seeds. And they grew a lot. But now it's deciding. There's lots of beans on this table. Lots of peas. Lots of corn. Lots of pumpkin. Lots of tomatoes.
watermelon, cantaloupe,
Seeds, and more seeds.
tomato seed, probably a dozen. Close to a dozen on pumpkin, probably. I bought seeds and tried them, and some of them's grown, and some of them didn't do good. We're planting them in a different spot this year. Planting them at a different time this year. Because it gets so hot and so dry in August and September, most things does not handle.
And something I'm going to try my best to do better with this year is I got a great big calendar for Christmas. And I told Brett, I said, whoo, this calendar has big old squares on it.
You might use it like a journal.
We can want to write down what we plant when we plant this year.
I failed on the journal the last couple of years. I started one and I won't get time to work on it. If it's hanging on the wall, maybe.
We're going to hang it on the wall over
right
here. I plan on hanging it right there under that shelf.
Right
Beside the desk, his computer desk, and the window we put everything in to help grow. And Shirley Pete will remember to write on it. Because this is where we do all of our seed planting and all of our dirt going. And this is the window we put the plants in when they need a little more extra sunlight. And if I put it on the wall right beside this window, right here with we might remember to write on it. That's the hope. So what y'all's plans for the new year? I know most people are probably trying to make New Year's resolutions about, eating better or shopping less or doing something different. That's not what we do. We need to start planning what we're going to grow.
And it feeds us. It saves a lot of trips to the grocery store. So we don't buy vegetables from the grocery store.
I was once asked.
I can't tell you what a can of beans cost anymore, or a can of corn, or we haven't bought it in so long. We did buy beans, come to think of it. We bought them for the church because they wanted store-bought canned beans for
Ladies' Bazaar.
The Ladies' Bazaar. And we went and bought 2 number 10 cans. I can't tell you what it cost. That's the first beans we bought since last year. About this time, we bought them for the Ladies' Bazaar. We just don't buy vegetables from the store. It's all in jars here, or it's fresh out of the garden if it's the right time of the year.
Somebody asked me one time, did we really think we saved money planting the garden? And I told them, I said, it wasn't about saving money. It was about knowing what was in my food. Because I know, I don't actually know exactly what all he puts in things, but I know my husband gets his seeds, gets his dirt, gets his fertilizers and stuff, and he puts it in the ground. And when he grows it, he picks it, and he washes it, and he cans it. I know the process from seed to can. To table. I don't have to question, did a bug crawl off in it? Did it have somebody's hair? Mm-hmm. Did somebody sneeze while they were processing? Did something fall off in the giant canning system? Was the cans actually cleaned when they canned it? I know. And that's why it's important to me. Because I know what is in the food that I eat, that our children eat, that our grandchildren eat. And that's what it's about. It's not about saving money, because probably we don't save none. As a matter of fact, we probably spend more gardening.
Much food costs now.
Yeah.
You're probably saving money.
We might, but back in the day you didn't. Before all of it went outrageously high. But it's not about saving money or not saving money. It's about knowing what's in our food. And that's what makes all the work, the planning, the sorting through, even though I get aggravated sometimes with it all. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's the comfort of knowing what's in our food.
The fact that it's available, we've got it.
Mm-hmm.
We have a supply.
Mm-hmm.
We can make it a long time. Might not like what you eat, but there's food here for a long time.
You don't have to worry about the scratch and dent.
No.
Or the aluminum taste, because it's set there too long. It's all canned in glass jars.
No. Most of our stuff we do grow by seed. I do it because I want to. I don't have to grow it by seed. We can buy plants. we could buy somebody else's plants and probably get it done faster. Wouldn't spend as much time doing it. But I like to grow mine from seed. Now there's some things that ain't here. There's, of course, we're gonna have sweet potatoes. We got white and red sweet potatoes this year.
Guys, start
We're
growing
gonna
eyes
grow-
on them.
I'm gonna put about 100 pounds of seed white potatoes out.
Yeah, we gotta get seed
Irish
potatoes.
potatoes, or as my grandfather used to say, Irish potatoes. I'm gonna plant 100 pounds of Irish taters, he'd say.
We still gotta get those.
Got peanuts there. Of course, they're here. We gotta crack the shell and get the peanuts out.
Hopefully,
But we
we're
save
really
them in the
hoping.
seed until it's right before time to do it, because peanuts degrade really quick.
Yeah.
You can't keep peanuts for 2 or 3 years and plant them, because you probably ain't gonna get much out of the ground if you get anything. You got to plant them every year to keep your seed going.
Yeah, this year I think we got
See.
just enough to do to replant. The peanuts didn't do very well because of all the weather, crazy weather.
For the most part, it's gonna be seed or slips. Seed potatoes or sweet potato slips, or peanuts as a seed. So
We gotta have we still gotta buy the sweet potato, the potatoes.
We'll have to buy
seed potatoes. That's what I'm
we'll
trying
still
to
have to
think
buy
of.
the seed potatoes for the regular white potatoes.
Yeah.
But the white sweet potatoes and the red sweet potatoes we've got in the storage, and
We just gotta grow the slips.
all I've got to do is adjust how we got them stored, and they'll start growing slips for me.
Oh yeah.
We don't soak them in water, and we don't bury them in the ground outside, and they grow in the house.
Yep. We just change how they're stored, and they're gonna start growing eyes everywhere.
We grow our own plants every year. I mean, it's like I said, we could buy it, but we just prefer to grow it ourselves. Know where it comes from, know where it starts, and you kind of educate yourself that way. You learn how to grow this stuff and what to do when things go wrong and when things don't look right. Now there is one seed on here I haven't found yet. Out of all these seeds, that's like a sweet pepper. It's a regular old, like a sweet banana pepper.
Oh yeah, I think we don't have any of those. We haven't grown them in a couple of years, so I don't think we have any seeds
I
left.
might have to buy a plant.
They have.
I have to buy a couple plants. Just so we can have a sweet banana.
Yeah, we haven't grown a sweet banana pepper in
23.
2 or 3 years.
2023 we grew them, but apparently the seed we had got mixed up, because what I planted this year turned out to be hot pepper.
Yes, it did. It turned out to be jalapenos.
And
the mystery pepper.
that
Still
came
don't
from a pack of seeds. The company was called Seed of Change. It's supposed to be all organic seeds. It's supposed to be California Wonder bell peppers. We got, well, it had 9 seeds in the pack. It was a $3 pack. 8 seeds of the 9 come up.
And they was
And
not
we
bell
got at
pepper.
least 3 different versions of pepper, and one of them was not a bell pepper at all. It was hot. I mean, I could tell it was hot, and I sliced into it.
Jalapeno kind of hot.
So it's going into the pepper mix for this pepper seasoning powder we're going to make.
That'd be a good one. And give it some
Give
flavor.
it some flavor. I guess we need to get back to
Sorting through seeds.
sorting and figuring out what we're going to do with all this.
And what we're going to put in this bucket to grow.
Around New Year's there'll be a video.
So you have to
What'll be planted in Swafford Homestead.
be watching for it. Decisions, decisions, decisions.